Hello. I totally forgot to put on the, I guess I should call it chapstick for my face. Oh well. How is everyone tonight or tomorrow, whenever the hell you're viewing this? Yeah. So, I was supposed to stream this like several times now, I think. And each time, for one reason or another, I had to push it back. The stupid fucking cord. There we go. Hopefully the chat window is working this time. I'm always suspicious about that with VR streams. But yeah, I was supposed to put on like cream on my face because it turns out VR for long periods of time, especially if it's something that makes me violently shake my head a lot, yeah, it can cause lots of chafing, and that can be a huge problem for a Knuckle V because, like, the membrane of the muscle tissue isn't exactly the most thick. In fact, a number of weeks ago I did mention face bleeding. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. However, I do need to keep playing VR. And not just because I'm trying to speedrun the destruction of my eyes, but because I need to, one, keep in some kind of physical shape, and this is the closest thing I have to exercise. It's also why I was doing VR for the past few days prior to this, specifically melee games, because those are the best upper body workout. Because I knew that if I played this, like, without any proper preparation, like, my body's just gonna hurt like hell the next day. And that's assuming I'll have the stamina for tonight, which hopefully I will, because I prepared myself. I was playing Battle Talent. There's a game I haven't played in a while. I forgot which save I had, so I deleted them all, and I'm starting over fresh. I did manage to get that one achievement, which I failed to before. I even managed to find out how to essentially get cheat codes. And I unlocked a bunch of secret weapons. I plan on playing that next week. Tonight, however, we shall be delving into the ruins of the Delgarians once more. Actually, wait, do I even have a bow? Let me check that first before I respec my skills. No, I do not. Alright, well, I guess we don't need to worry about that for now. Unless I'm wearing it. Which I am. Yeah, and I have throwing knives as well. Forgot about that. Alright, in that case, I did install a few new mods in the meantime. There was one I was considering putting in here, but I decided against it. There we go. There's the laser. And yep, maybe I'll keep myself steady. And that was just an inch or two off from where I was trying to aim. So that's good. I didn't set up a target, did I? No. Hopefully things are working well. I'm just going to quickly type something. Yep, it works. Alright, so chat should be working now. Because it's really embarrassing when I ignore chat in the off chance someone actually comes. Because, like, it just feels really bad. Now, what is our next objective? I guess we can do a little warm-up. It has been a while. Trying to think what other VR games I should play after this. I want to play Half-Life Alyx, but first that means I want to play the game in chronological order, so Half-Life 2 would be next. Speaking of which, I heard rumors we might now be closer than ever before to getting Half-Life 3. Rumor has it there is a Half-Life project in development that is being play tested, and aside from the bugs, it is from start to finish done. The rumor is that it will be available by late this year, like by winter. So basically, this could be the best fucking Christmas ever for Half-Life fans. And I am unbelievably excited for it. Man, there are people who have played the first game, the second game, who have died waiting for this. This is cheating. Like, it's absolutely cheating, but at the same time, there's no other practical way to use a bow in this game without, like, using electromagnetism as a skill. That was a long shot. Yep, someone got behind me. Get fucked. Okay, you're really pissing me off now. Seriously? Wait, where'd my sword go? Ah, fuck. This button. There we go. Who's next? Damn it. Come here. That's one very slow-moving fireball. Are you still alive? Nope. By the way, I installed this mod, which I really love. I can actually flip the grip. I'm sure this is mine. Alright, where's the last guy hiding? There you are. Oh. Okay. Not a ton of cash, but it'll do. Yep, everything's all here. How much money do I have? A decent amount. Oh yeah, we can start facing the eye now. That's gonna be fun. Yo, what? Oh! This isn't the most practical weapon, but I love it. And I think I do have just enough money for it. Yeah. There's a lot of things we could get instead of this, but fuck it. Oh yeah. I'm loving this. So, tomorrow is going to be my anniversary endurance stream. Every year, around the time of my anniversary, I do this. I am putting a hard limit on myself this time, though. The reason being, Jelly from Face Connect is streaming Vintage Story, and I absolutely want to be there. I'm a little embarrassed to admit how much money I spent on Super Chats on her the first time she played it, because, you know, someone needs to give the newbie advice, especially in Vintage Story. Yep. I see that light bug is still a thing. I just smashed my hand into something. So, one of the new mods I have installed. Yeah. Actually, I don't think there's a good way to display it, but basically, I installed something called Carnage Reborn, which in simple terms is a mod that adds a little bit more detail to the gore. Things like skulls can be caved in with enough blunt force. But yeah, besides that, I'm also doing Pommel Party with some friends on the 4th. Which is the initial date of my very first stream. And I still remember it well. There's no intro, no starting screen. Nobody knew what the hell to expect from it, because All I did with this channel was just make videos. A lot of people were bewildered by the sight of my model. Four years later, I can say with certainty that I have matured as a streamer and as a person. I've lost friends, and a lot of it was my fault. However, I've also gained friends. Lifelong friends. I've learned things about myself. I feel like I've matured. I'm not gonna completely stealth archer all this. Come on, just one more. Two more. Oh, is the flip grip not working now? Come on. Okay, this is a perfect environment to show off that mod I mentioned. It's not super visible yet. God, I am such a psychopath. Strange. It's not working. Wait, there. Yeah, I see a little fracture. Yeah, I'm seeing it a little bit. They made it a lot harder to see. I could probably adjust the settings, but I just never had the time to. But yeah, you can like get straight up and get to the point where you can see their brains. Actually, wait, there's stuff down there I didn't get yet. Or I didn't search. I need to find that loose treasure. Nothing. My queen, we have... Oh god, there's 3 pages. We have encrypted this letter from... intercepted this letter from Rayan Valentir. I believe with more certainty every day that the Dalgarian Preservation Society is plotting against you. I would have Rayan Valentir arrested. What are your orders? Once united eternally, blah blah. Wait a minute. The general. Epharian. The queen has ordered me to write a pamphlet on King Alderic in regards to your knowledge and the status amongst the scholars, she says. Since she declared the official celebration of his name, things have only gotten worse. I hate myself for having written such level of lies, but we do need the Queen's support, at least financially speaking. I'm guessing this is the intercepted letter. Of course, I could make no mention of the Dalgarian purge, or the erasure of a whole civilization, the calculated killing of all that carry sorcery, even children. No. Alderic is to be considered a hero, not a monster. We should be considering other ways to receive support, and maybe the nations of Rakta, Khartib would regard our research with more respect. Please dispatch an emissary to each nation, I shall hope... Okay. So basically, they're just saying, we can't rely on the Eldarians forever. We need to find other benefactors. Ah, shit. Why are they going this way? Okay. Forgot what the kick button was for a second. Oh, yeah, you can see the bone jutting out. Yeah, that's part of the Carnage Reborn mod. 17. So earlier today, as in literally up until this stream, in fact, I am a little rushed for time preparing the stream. I was getting back into Vintage Story again since tomorrow's endurance stream is going to be Vintage Story. I have decided. I managed to get a male goat. By a stroke of fucking luck, I managed to get a male goat. And I could not be more blessed. Ah, shit. I heard it being said that a weapon like this is impractical because you're basically have a blade pointed towards yourself. I don't know for sure if I believe that, simply because I guess it depends on what kind of armor you're wearing. Getting back into Vintage Story, they have revealed a sneak peek of the next update. We're going to have different colored pottery, which is going to be exciting. Not too much beside that. Oh, there is one other thing I want to talk about. We are now at the point where VTubers have interacted with members of the most powerful government in the world. Iron Mouse, as a sort of ambassador of, like, immunodeficiency, I forget what the exact term is, but she was part of this whole, procession that was sent to DC to talk about it and educate politicians and maybe get their support. She did not show up in person, understandably. You're under here, aren't you? Oh, pfft. Well, there goes my bow. Man, I'm so out of practice. You know what? Oh, geez, I'm really out of practice. Yeah. So Iron Mouse went. No, I thought it was she was gonna speak in front of all of Congress in the Capitol building. No, no. She was going to different buildings, meeting different, like, not all of them are congressmen. There were some congressmen, some senators, or, like, just a mix of people. But you could tell none of them had seen a VTuber before, and they all asked her what the hell a VTuber was, and she very politely explained it. One guy, she said, was very, very bewildered by it. Like, it was hard for him to comprehend, and he kept asking questions. She felt so embarrassed the entire time. And quite honestly, how would you explain VTubers? I actually thought about that. Okay, General. Our agreement stands. Close an eye to the boat shipment, and I will keep our secret to myself. Plus 10 alchemic amulets to you, and 1 to each of your lieutenants. This is my understanding that they are quite valued where you operate. You know where to contact me, LP. The boat was me. I was on that boat, wasn't I? But yeah, I thought about it, and I guess, like, how would you describe VTubers to some, like, crusty old boomer in Congress who has no real, like, understanding of streamers, let alone virtual streamers? I seriously can't flip this? You're not letting me? Stupid mod, I wish someone would update it. Where'd you come from now that I think about it? I guess if I had to describe it, well, first and foremost, streaming as a concept, the closest thing I could explain it to someone born between the 50s and 70s would understand would be like a late night talk show host. Is the way I would describe it. And it kind of is. You're there with them, usually in the evenings. There's commentary. Sometimes there's special guests. There's lots of jokes, lots of audience participation. And sometimes there's music. So I guess like a late night TV show host would be a good way of describing it, just a bit more interactive. As for the VTubing part of it, like, I guess one way to describe it would be, like, probably the simplest way to describe it to someone like that would be, you see, sir, I am very popular with the youth, but I do not want to live, like a celebrity, especially when I'm out on the streets. So I use this model to protect my identity, and I think they would understand that. That sounds like something they'd be able to reason with. My brother even asked me the question, what is the appeal of VTubers? And, or like, what is the appeal of someone to become a VTuber? And I guess, first and foremost, it offers a degree of creativity that you can't get with just showing your face. Because ordinary streamers can, like, they might be able to do shit like cosplay, but, like, they have a very limited repertoire of what they can look like. They're bound by reality. That's certainly one way I'd use to describe it. I guess besides that, the most obvious benefit is definitely the anonymity. While there are some VTubers who are okay showing what they look like in real life, it is generally considered like that VTubers are a bit more private and they don't want to show their faces, but they still want some way to show expression. Well, that failed. So hard to see in this fucking bush. Fine. There we go. Come on. I really don't want to have to do all this climbing. Fine. Nope. Oh, that was close. Fuck. Fuck me, that was close. What was I talking about again? Yeah, why VTubers are a thing. I guess those are the two main reasons. It opens up more creativity. Also, I feel like this could just be just personal bias, but I feel like female VTubers get a lot more respect than female streamers. Like, when I think of female streamers, I think of, like, the kind that wear yoga pants and bend over to read donations and shit. Or, like, chroma key their ass so that's the game that they're playing. Granted, VTubers can be very sexualized too, but it doesn't feel the same. Like, because, like, one, it's anime, and anime is just by default sexualized, so it doesn't feel sexualized. But also because not every VTuber is sexualized like that. You're blind. But yeah, like, there are plenty of VTubers who don't sexualize themselves, but still have an audience. Oh, and that reminds me, I can't believe I forgot about this. So I decided this week not to stream on Wednesday and Thursday, and I did so for a very important reason. Because that is when Gura and Mumei's graduations were, and even if I'm a small channel, and I usually don't get many, if at all any, people watching my streams, I still want to respect the old guard. Now, I did not participate myself, mainly because it's just too sad. The way I tend to cope with tragedy is to disassociate myself. Some people laugh and make jokes. Some people just do lots of crying. We have discovered that the gateway that leads to the grim, whatever, to ascertain whether the... Okay, that's Hector. Hecalis is Hector. Has woken. We must venture beyond this gate. Our druid, Davsald, needs to rest tonight as she... Why am I jittering? As she has vowed to attempt to open the gateway and get the trial and take the trial tomorrow. I have faith in her ability, for her mastery of sorcery surpasses any other druid I have encountered. Yeah, I'm just gonna spoil this for you. In a future letter, they describe how she fucking didn't stand a chance. Who knows, perhaps she is the reincarnation of the Kemet. No, she doesn't. She gets her bloods and guts splattered all over the arena. Tonight I shall dream the dreams of our ancestors and pray for our salvation, that our salvation is near. But yeah, like, the way I tend to deal with certain trauma and, like, tragedy is just try and disassociate myself from it and let it blow over. When my grandmother got Alzheimer's, and it starts to, like, really, really affect her to the point where she had to be put into a nursing home, I stopped coming to visit her. And, like, I just wanted to keep this image of my grandmother in my head. This body's always here, and it's always janky like that. But yeah, like, I want to keep this image of my grandmother in my head. Like, remembering her when she was sharp as a tack and had a lot of attitude and sass, which she definitely gave my mom. And I didn't want to see her as just, like, some barely conscious vegetable that smelled like shit and didn't remember my name, so I just stopped visiting her. And yeah, whenever a big VTuber graduates, I try to disassociate myself from them as much as possible, just trying to rip off that band-aid of they don't exist now, even though they are still there. So I wasn't there for the graduations, but I did show my own honor to them by refusing to stream that day. Those days. I don't know how or what Mumei was before she became Mumei, so I don't know where to look for when she possibly returns. For what I understand, she has a lot of health issues as well with her voice, which is kind of important for a streamer. Oh shit. Right in the nose. But anyways, Gura, on the other hand, I knew she was Senzawa. I didn't realize it immediately, but once I realized, I'm like, oh my god, I know her. I knew Senzawa before. In fact, for a while, I'm like, why isn't she uploading any more content on her YouTube channel? And I ended up figuring out why. Firstly, she became a streamer on Twitch, and that explains why I didn't see a lot of her content, because I don't tend to watch Twitch streamers. If anything, HoloLive streaming on YouTube is what got me into not just VTubers, but streaming in general. Because YouTube is a much more familiar, much more accessible platform. Hopefully, when Senzawa returns, she returns to YouTube instead of Twitch. Otherwise, I can't guarantee that I'd ever watch her. I'd certainly watch the VODs upload to YouTube, but that'd be it. And while VOD watching is enjoyable, there is something about being there live and being able to react live. I still remember one super chat I sent to Gura during her Henry Stickmin stream. I simply commented "Flatso," and she saw it, and I felt so happy that, like, she noticed me and that I made her laugh. This sounds really weird and parasocial, but obviously I wasn't obsessed with her, honestly. But it's just like, I don't know, it's like being heard in a sea of voices, especially one as big as what Gura had. Like, there is something like it that feels like you won lottery. And you shouldn't be breathing. Yeah. Fire arrows are so OP. Like, once you get a laser sight on your bow, they become so unbelievably overpowered. Like, they pierce armor, and one shot is basically a guaranteed kill because they burn to death and there's nothing they can do about it. And one thing I can definitely start to do now that I have, like, the laser sight thing, is I could start using bows against Hector. I'm gonna actually start aiming for the crystals with it. I don't have electromagnetism, so I probably wouldn't do that well trying to aim directly for his weak spots. Wait, what's that? Hold on. What was this crack here? Was this always here? Oh my god, how many times have I gone through this area? Never knowing there was loot here. Oh my god, how much loot have I missed? I gotta remember that. Because there are times where I go through a dungeon and I don't get fucking any loot. Oh shit! I guess it corrects the aim for weightless arrows. Sort of. There we go. And there goes my stealth. You really want to do this? That was a combo. Dude, are you really trying to compensate for the arc when you're using gravity arrows? That has to be a result of some kind of mod, right? Man, I can't wait for Warp Frog to release a new game. Blade and Sorcery is fun, but it still feels like half a game. Guessing you were the guy I heard grunting earlier. Oh, so I saw that Bae was back from her vacation. Apparently, I think she went to a wedding, she said? She said that she's dealing with problems and that she's not entirely, um, like 100%. Like, she's still dealing with problems mentally, which I feel very sad for and very frightful for, because fucking hell. Whole life has just been taking loss after loss after loss. Delgarians, Sir Delgarian has word to spread of those who dwell far from our homes and cannot join us on this momentous celebration. Brothers and sisters, members of the River Clan, I understand that the sorrows in your heart as we bid farewell to the lands that have been our homes for generations. This decision made in council with our allies, the Forest Clan and the Mountain Clan, was not taken lightly. Yet we must hear the whispers of our ancestors, for the time of the Kamenet is upon us. Koyasalva, our celestial beacon of hope, shines ever brighter, blah blah blah. Heaven signals imminent return of our salvation. Our lands have become too dangerous for us to stay. The Forest Clan have narrowly escaped the wrath of the fire Jikarazin. Veyularum himself, who unleashed his fury upon dense forests, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. But fear not, for the Kamenet is soon to walk among us. With their guidance, we shall reclaim our beloved homeland and bring prosperity for generations to come. Until then, let us keep our faith close to our hearts in the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Hail the River Clan, hail the Kamenet. And there we see Koyasalva shining brightly down on us. Oh boy, and we're gonna be facing the Eye next. That's gonna be fun. Let's go visit the Baron first. Oh. That is some tasty loot. Know what to spend it on. Seriously considering the hammer. Or the giant war mace, or whatever that is. Nah, tier 4 staff is way too expensive. This thing is fucking broken OP. Well, this does work well with the gravity skill. Go for fuck's sakes. There we go. Now, with what I have left, what could I possibly buy that could help me in a boss fight? I'm thinking like a short sword or an axe, something like that. Just not nearly enough money. Because I've learned from experience that while the throwing knives are fun, they do not deal a lot of damage to Hector. And when it comes to Hector, you need weapons that are designed for close quarters. Because you have to like grab and hang on to him like a colossus. Just barely enough. Only been live for an hour? Feels like longer. Okay, so a few things. Ow. We need to make room for new weapons. Why do I have so many of these? What the fuck? Put that over there. Put this over here. Why isn't it flipping anymore? Alright, 1 second. This is getting annoying. There we go. Okay, so it works here. Now let's try to load back into the other profile. Yep, so I can use the spiky end now. And the not spiky end. This does not work, but not that I'm complaining. This one still doesn't work. This one does. So it feels like you have to go to some kind of fucking... Hey, where are my other crystals? Oh, I know what's happening. Okay, if that's the way things are gonna be, then we're definitely gonna have to sell some shit. One moment. Yeah, it still works. Good. So, if I remember correctly, the reason why I have so many of these damn hammers is because I found out about a duplication glitch. And I just ran with it for free money. I'm pretty sure it's been patched out long ago, though. Money does not buy happiness, but it does alleviate stress. That is my word of wisdom for the day. But yeah, I wonder what Warp Frog's next game is going to be. I really hope it's going to be Blade and Sorcery 2, even though they aren't obligated to make a sequel, but... Man, they did say they don't want to leave this IP in this setting as a one-game thing. They want to continue it, and I believe them. If I were to make a Blade and Sorcery 2, I think I would focus on making it sort of... I don't think it needs to be open world per se, but I think I would absolutely try and make an RPG where, like, things matter, like, choices matter. Because this feels like a game that's designed for people to LARP. Like, usually when I create a character in this game, I try to make a backstory for them. And shit. There's using the old noodle. Fucking Christ, I got a lot of money built up. Just in these assets that I'm liquidating. I feel like this pile is starting to make me lag a little bit. Ah. Alright. Ruins time. And we'll be fighting the final boss faction, the Eye. Standing here, I realize. I hate how I can't just... Why did they change that? I loved being able to flick that thing open. It felt so natural and badass. Like I was someone who like is used to his technology and is here with a purpose. Huh, you didn't catch on fire. There we go. Distance is too short. Or too long, I mean. There we go. That was a successful hit. Ah, shit. Thank God for shitty pathfinding. Alright, now we gotta do this properly. Now, where did that other arrow go? May you witness the cabinet cycle. What a useless thing to write down. Wait, what? Yeah, how'd that first shot go so shortly? That makes no sense at all to me. This is gonna be a big one. Alright. And the second cabinet entered the Menira Nar Koyasavam, all went silent, carefully observing every step they took. As the procession advanced deeper into the temple, they soon found themselves right in front of the Sword of Na. All the followers seemed to have stopped breathing for a moment. This was the moment at which everything could change. If the candidates before them was indeed the Kemenet, they would be able to grasp the sword and by transferring their sorcery energy into it, unite the Mayak Na and the Layak Na. And indeed, it was the Kemenet with a gentle hand. They reached for the sword and gripped it firmly. It felt as if all the sorcery energy from the world was channeling through them at that moment. And the sorcereal power seemed to reach impossible levels. The Kemenet withdrew the sword from the mount and looked back at their followers with a smile. There was not a single doubt they were the Kemenet, and the Sword of Na had granted them 1,000 years' reign over the Jakarazins, bringing peace and harmony to the centuries for the centuries to come. Tears of joy were seen and heard, and soon the entire world would feel what they so fervently believed. The Kemenet had returned to save them. So there's two endings to this game. The one is where you take the sword and you sacrifice yourself to save the world from basically being destroyed or, like, ruined. The second is that you find some way to get out of it and leave the world to its fate and get a cool-ass sword. I think for the purpose of this playthrough, I am going to make it canon. Well, they haven't defined what is canon yet, but I think it would be strongly recommended that the canon ending is that the main character or the player sacrifices themselves. Otherwise, there's no room for a sequel. And all the world building they did for all these different factions and cultures is just non-existent. It just goes away. It's just gone. There is nothing realistic in the approach of the realists. Oh yeah, so, okay. This is an important subplot for the Delgarians where at some point their fake religion surrounding the Kemenet gets questioned by a faction called the Realists. It is a dark time for Delgarian society after millennia of coordinated and organized and reasoned decision-making benefiting not only all the Dalgarians, but even the survival of the entire planet. An organization claiming to represent realism has appeared. They claimed our approach of survival for all, one that was carefully crafted, financed, and improved by society, is destined for failure. They do so without bringing any reason and study or any logic to support this, QAnon. They say our approach is manipulative, but they use propaganda. They are the ones who seek to manipulate the minds of our society. Yes, the Kemenet is our invention. See, look, the Kemenet is our invention. Their religion is fake, and they're admitting to it. They fabricated it, and this is why I love the lore of this game, because it goes so deep. But it's the only choice we have. Yes, it does not explain the truth for future generations, but it is our only way to protect our planet. Yeah, I really love the lore in this game, where, like, at first you read about this Kemenet figure and you begin to realize that you're like some sort of Messiah Dalai Lama, but then you slowly realize, no, I'm not, because there is no concept of that. It's just a really strong sorcerer. Or a sufficiently strong sorcerer, more specifically. I wonder how I get up there. I mean, I can just climb it, but is there anything up there? Okay, now I need to check. Okay, yeah, nothing up here. Nothing but this. Was there anything up here? There probably was. Yep. Loot. What do you say to this core reason for the Cabinet Project to exist in the first place? I believe it is naive to put trust in the goodwill of humanity. I believe we are easy to corrupt, and I believe power will change anyone. I also believe that those who seek power are easy to lure. An individual able to manipulate sorcery well enough will soon find themselves seeking more and more power if they... Shit. Come on, hurry up. If they did not receive proper training. We are all well aware of how long and difficult our sorcery training is, and I do not believe this will hold forever. Luring powerful sorcerers into believing a prophecy... Yeah, again, believing a prophecy, luring them, in which they are the most powerful being and are set on a great destiny is the best way to make them do exactly what you need them. So this is like realists talking with people about like political... It's basically politics, by discussing the political side of the Kemenite lie. Ah, shit. Oh, that actually hit. I wasn't expecting that too. Guess I led my shot well. Okay, this looks like it's gonna be the wave room. Maybe? Well, if it is, I've already blown my cover. Damn it! Okay, it's not. It's just another room. Who the hell is over here? What was with that combat music? Okay. BNS being BNS. How many is that? 6. Okay, I got a score to settle with this. Come on! I hate the frickin' swinging and platforming. It just, ugh. Oh, for fuck's sakes! I guess there was no big boss room then. Well, okay, there is a big boss room. I mean, there's no big room where you have to stealth through or face waves of enemies. Here we go. Wow, I took it out in one swing. Alright. One up there, one up there, and the other one's probably on the other side. Let's go, Hector, you and me. Am I stuck? Just a little. Not too stuck, just a little stuck. There it is. Ow. Right, I forgot. He doesn't give you much more time, the harder the battles get. Ow! Hi. Hello. Don't mind me. Just trying to kill you. Yep, this is grounds for a healing potion. We're gonna need more healing potions soon. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh shit. What is this? Ow. Come on. There it is. Ow. No, we're not going to be able to nail that. No, come on. We're so close. Yes. How the hell did that damage me? Oh shit. Come on, think. I have no more. Fuck. Okay, now it's recharging. There we go. And just one more. Show me your nipple, buddy. Time for a titty twister. Well fought, Hector. Well fought. How many more times do I have to do this? One more time, I think? 2? What was it? Alright, usually at this point I would sit down, but I'm not going to because this game impressed something upon me. Roughly around this point. It might not be this point exactly. But I remember when I finished a boss fight, and I was sitting down, having water, chilling, the game did something completely unexpected. And that might be what's happening right now. And it caught me very off guard. Yes! And this was exactly what it was. Oh yeah, that's another thing the mod does. Gross fucking intestines and shit. I'm keeping this. Yeah, the second last one, they do that to you. Them who enter those grounds and witness the flame of the Mayak Na reviving in their presence shall honor their ancestors by the blah 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 6 blah blah blah. Yeah. The archaeologists were captured, finally gave up. She gave us all the information that we need. The location that leads to the Amenira Na Koyasavam in the lair of the Kamenet. I selected the best sorcerers to follow me. Oh boy. Those were your best? We will catch the Kamenet directly where they hide. Under the eye of Koyasawa, we will prevail. Well, let's go face their best. Not my intention. I was really hoping I'd be able to slit his throat. But okay. So as I understand it, so long as there's enough space in my house, once I clear out all these assholes, I'll be able to keep every single one of the weapons they have on them. Or at least the ones that don't despawn, which is a very real possibility. Oh, come! This is the second time it's done that. What the fuck? Okay, what the fuck, game? Well, there you go, stealth. I have no arrows. I see. Alrighty then. So not one of these guys had a shield? Really? Who's next? Ow. Oh my god. You guys are so fucking annoying! Nice try! Oh, for fuck's sakes. Why is this seeking fire doing anything? Come on, kill them already. I just smacked a desk. Oh, for fuck's sake, you're still alive. Another one. I think he's dead. And batter up. I think that's it. I think I won. Where do you even go? I have no idea. Oh, for fuck's sakes, who's next? Are you in my house? Yes, you are. Okay. Fucking hell. Let's clean up whatever we can. Right. I doubt we'll be able to keep anything that isn't on us right now. But I can hope. and I can dream. Did those bees just damage me? Okay, yes they did. That is a feature I've never seen before. I wonder if they damage the enemies too. That would be an interesting little thing. No, one of them had a shield. I am disappointed. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure one of them had a shield, but it despawned a long time ago. Wait, did they? Or, I don't know, it might be demented. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Alright. Time to have a seat. Neat. I want to try something if I can find one. If I were to put these on the rack, would they stay there or will they despawn? One more left. Hmm. Probably should have removed those skulls as well. That would have been a good idea. Would give me more space for this shit. Yes, it does mean that. Hold on a second. The arrows aren't on me right now. Nope, they are not. What about the ones at home? No. We have this, but we do not have any arrows. But we also have this now, and that's really nice. I really wish I had a good shield, though. A good tier 4 shield. It's not super necessary with my build, but eh. Don't judge me, piece of shit. I wonder. What else can I get now that I have the money for it? One of these. Yeah, sure. Actually, wait, I could get armor. Now that I think about that, might be more attractive. I am tempted to buy plate armor, I'm not gonna lie. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. So I do need some degree of focus generation, but should probably get some like wrist wrappings as well. That'll definitely help with magic generation. Yeah, focus generation is pitiful. Let's try and sell these, see what else we can get. This will definitely help with magic generation. Do you only have the one? What a shame. What's up, Rip? When set that's out, over the comments of his heart, return the Wi-Fi password. Well, welcome back. Glad to have you here. Wait, why do I have this here? I might switch out shoes for that. So hold on a second. Aren't I already wearing? No, I'm not. Wait a minute. Aren't I able to? Oh. Never mind then. Well, that's a shame. I might keep the druid coat though. It might come in handy at some point. Let's see. Yeah, let's just spend whatever money we have left on this. No, there won't be. Not unless... Alright. So if you have one at home, we can sell this. I don't need two. Just a little more money. What can we spend that on? Wait. Okay, these are here. What about the other sword? What the fuck? So if I were to put this on like this, focus region is still horrible. And what about these boots? I look like such a mishmash of things. These are like acolyte pants, right? Sorcerer trousers. They're tier 2. Damn. Well, I guess this looks more fashionable than that. So it ain't all sunshine and rainbows, but hey, I got some cool new abilities. Hold on. Let me try it again. Cool. It's been about 2 hours. I think I'm gonna call it here. One thing's for sure, the next stream is gonna be the last, at least for a while. Thanks for coming by, Rip, and good night, everyone. Bye.